talk about the rest of life. The 9 Daily Habits of Healthy People is a simple planner to add more zing to your life. Dr. Melanie Lane and Megan Hunter here. Okay, what needs to change to start becoming healthier? And I'm talking about, I don't want them to stop watching the program. So 9 o'clock this morning, okay? At 9, well, I'll make it 10. Give them a break, and then they can join us for the Prescott portion of the show. How do we start?
The first thing that you need to start with is a daily spiritual practice. And this may sound really unusual coming from a medical doctor.
This is like meditation?
Exactly. I'm talking about meditation. I'm talking about affirmative prayer. I'm talking about just spending 10 minutes a day sitting quietly and thinking about what your purpose is for that day. Because when you have a solid spiritual foundation, you have a solid sense of what do I want out of life, what can I bring to the world today, then you can translate that into how does having a healthy body fit into that puzzle? How does that serve me in achieving my dreams and goals?
Why is it that in my centuries of experience, I so rarely ever hear that from any medical specialist in any specialty field?
Well, it's not something that we're taught in medical school. We're taught science, we're taught hard facts. But what's really interesting is there is a lot of research being done now in the area of integrative medicine, looking at complementary and alternative therapies. And one of the things that we're looking at is the power of meditation, the power of prayer. In fact, a recent study was published that indicated that for senior citizens who have a solid sense of life purpose, they feel like they have some internal control over their lives. There appears to be protection against dementia, Alzheimer's dementia, depression, and they tend to live longer, which I think is really interesting.
Megan, you just made that transition during the break when you were kidding around about hijinks going on in the studios. It's stop doing that. Well, that's the title of, in fact, one of the things that it's gotten to the 9 Daily Habits of Healthy People. Stop doing what?
Right. Just stop doing anything, really. We have a lot of bad habits, as we all know. Some people are smoking, some people are eating too much, people who are hooked to bad relationships. I mean, it can cover anything. So we've published a series of books called the Just Stop series. Just stop doing that. Just stop picking losers. Just stop eating that.
Now, these are the unhooked books.
Unhooked books, right. And so it's all based on really looking at your life and saying, I want to be healthier, but I don't know how to stop these bad habits. Because people make a lot of New Year's resolutions, and they don't have, they have good intentions, but not a real solid plan of how to carry that out. And that's what the books give. And this book that Melanie's written, I really wanted to publish it because it gives you the daily practice of going in and journaling every day, planning your life out till you develop a new habit.
Okay, and that is the 9 Daily Habits of Healthy People. And you know what? To tell you the truth, it is one of the rare times that I've ever read a book that had to do with health, feeling better, changing habits, changing diet plans, changing elements of your life that was easy to read. Either they get clinical or they do a lot of this,
right.
You know. And I didn't see a lot of this in the book.
Right. Melanie's a great author, and she's been doing this for a long time. She's looked at what was not working in her medical practice with her patients. You know, they wanted pills, they wanted prescriptions, easy fix plans, and it's just not easy. You have to do the hard work. You have to get in. It's not an app. It's not an, you know, there's so many apps and things that people can do now, but it really takes changing habits, and it comes from within.
Okay, but really, now one of the unhooked books that certainly is a part of this is Stop Eating That. So let's talk about, for just a moment, what it is that we should stop eating to start our 9 Daily Habits of Healthy People.
Well, I have a very different approach to healthy eating. I don't think it's helpful to shake my finger at anybody and say, you shouldn't have a latte, you shouldn't have chocolate pie, you can't ever have fun.
Hooray for you.
We're here to enjoy life, and we have to balance healthy habits, doing what's best for our bodies, but we also need to live a little. Sometimes it's okay to indulge. Sometimes it's okay to eat anything. It's a matter of finding your unique way of practicing moderation. So I don't tell people to eliminate anything unless you're in a situation where somebody has an actual food intolerance.
Okay, but listen, with just 2 minutes to go, because my enemy is always the clock, and I
Sure.
would love to do this for 14 hours. Can you, from memory, here's the test, tougher than medical school, give me the titles of the 9 daily habits of healthy people?
Oh, you got me. I can tell you the 9 habits. There's hydrate for happiness, eat a rainbow, eat fruits and vegetables, move, 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 you got to exercise, slather on your sunscreen, especially in Arizona, manage your medications, you got to take them if you want them to work, get spiritual, learn to manage your stress, so take 10. Oh, did I get them all?
Well, just a second.
So we got sunscreen. Oh, brush and floss.
Yes,
floss.
Megan.
Yes.
See, we
Brush and
needed
floss.
you to help out here.
I knew
because
one.
this is the lady. This is the lady who makes the books available to us. And you know, I'm so happy though that you were talking. Oh, I know. Snuggle up with Mr.
Yes.
Sandman.
Get plenty of sleep, yes.
Okay, what is plenty of?
That varies from person to person. The average adult needs somewhere between 7 and 8 hours, but that is a gross generalization. You may need more or less depending on medical conditions, genetics, and so forth. It is very important to get good quality sleep, though. Studies show that if you're not sleeping, you're more likely to be overweight, you're more likely to have heart problems, depression, fuzzy thinking, and so on. So sleep is critical.
Megan, before we destroy careers around the world on Group Scoop, tell us where to get the book.
That would be at unhookedbooks.com. It's about
That's
getting
simple.
unhooked.
Huh?
It's about getting unhooked.
unhookedbooks.com, bookstores?
It's not in bookstores, but you could go to Barnes & Noble and ask. You can go on Amazon and through our website.
Hey, thank you. Thank you
ship it
so
same
much.
day.
I feel better already.